Hi everyone, Nuno here and welcome to today's video and welcome back to Grimoire. Now there's a lot of stuff happening in here in Grimoire. Today's video is going to be a bit different from the previous ones. One of the reasons is on the previous videos I was building or speed building, if you want to say that way. Basically I call it time-lapsing. So while I was building I would time-lapse the building process and show you guys and then explain it. This time I've decided to do something a bit different, so I built a lot of stuff off camera. So you guys will not see me speed building it or time-lapsing it, but instead I will explain everything I did. It doesn't seem like a lot was done. You guys can see in here it doesn't seem like a lot was done, but it was done a few things, and hopefully it's gonna be enough for explaining and making this video kind of more fun, I guess. I don't know. Either way, this will allow me also to have shorter videos, and this is something I really wanted. It's not that having 30-minute videos is bad, but it becomes too boring, I guess. So I will try to make this video as short as possible. But yeah, we will see. So the first thing, I took some notes, by the way, because I may forget a lot of things I have done or I try to do, but let me just try to see everything I did. And the first note I took was a death wave. So my city had a huge death wave when I stopped on the previous episode, which was 27 if I'm not mistaken. There was like a huge death wave all on our city, and we can check it out if we go here to the city statistics, and if we click here in the death rate. This was when we peaked, so we had like 150 people dying per day, basically, or per month. I don't know how you measure it. I think it's per month. Either way, we were able to, when I start fixing it, we were already here a little bit down. I was able to fix all of it down to here, but we're still growing up when it comes to that, so our death rate is going up. But as you guys can see, we have like 110 people dying each month or something like that. But as you guys can see, there's no issues when it comes to death rate. We have another issue, which is the lack of workers, but that's something else for the next episode to fix or to try to fix, okay? Now, what I did was I built some crematoriums. I think that's how you call it. So I built one in here in Crescent Farms, which, by the way, I did change the name to Crescent Pine Orchard because of the industrial name. So it is changing. I'm changing the name in here because I haven't yet found one good name. So I built a crematorium in here. I also built a crematorium here in Brook. So where is it? Here it is, near the graveyard. So you have one in here. Not the best location, I guess, but yeah, it was okay. This graveyard also was completely full, so we had to fix that. I also placed another crematorium here under the bridge. So yeah, it's not a bad location, I guess. It's not very good for the houses in here, but yeah, it's okay. This is not a very fancy neighborhood in here either way. And I don't think I had anyone in Victoria. I think I didn't place anything in here, and that was basically it. Overall, that was enough for taking care of my death wave. And if we're gonna see here, we have enough capacity. Although people are dying, and we can see, where is my, I think it's in here. Yeah, we have currently 98 deaths per week instead of the 100. So the numbers are getting lower. And one thing I did for understanding why there was such a huge death wave had to do with the number of senior people that we have versus all the other ones. So we have 26% of our population that they're seniors, so they're old people. That means there's going to be a lot of that in the following weeks and probably years. 26% is a lot. It's not completely surprising me, to be honest, but yeah, it's a high number, a high value that unfortunately I don't know how to fix it, to be honest. I guess I mean, how can you fix the removing old people from your city? You can't. They will have to die, and eventually we will have to figure out this stuff along the way, and this is normal to happen. So what is important in this situation is to have the infrastructure ready for it. So that was the first thing I did. Another thing I did was placing a lot more industries, because we had a lot of demand for industry. So I placed a lot more industries. So mostly I placed farm industry. Okay, so we have a lot more farms in here. So we are now producing a lot more crops, basically. I also built 2 new buildings in here. So the first one, this one, which is a flour mill, so we can produce flour, and the other one was the bakery, so that we can produce pastries. Unfortunately, we don't have. It seems like we don't have enough animal. Okay, now we have. Now we are producing. We didn't have enough animal products. I guess it's a bit related with traffic. Regarding traffic, we had some issues in here, so I did change the road in here for an asymmetric road, so that we have a little bit of better flow around here. I also did another connection to Brook, so we built another bridge around here. It's not a great bridge, but now we have our pink bus line going directly this way instead of going on the highway, so it's a bit faster, I guess, and it will take care of the line per se. I also started to build a little bit more the layout when it comes to Crescent Pine. Basically what's happening in here, I'm preparing it for future farms, because we're gonna need to increase the number of farms eventually whenever we have more people coming in. I also built another highway connection, because as you guys can see, we had a lot of well, it doesn't seem like we have a lot of traffic in here, but we do have or we had a lot of traffic because of the train and the depot, but most importantly because of the silos and the warehouse. So we were having a lot of content and products and products in here, and a lot of traffic, and they were all coming this way from this highway connection. So I thought, why not do another highway connection here? Now this is a very simple one, very basic, but enough for the amount of cars that we have, and yeah, that's good enough for what it is. And I guess that was it on Crescent. We did build a lot of farms in here. As you guys can see, we even have a fruit field. I think it's the only one. It's producing apples. But yeah, we are going to increase, we are going to start expanding it, probably around this field. I do like this one. This one is not well, it's a farm, of course, but it's mostly props and stuff like that. This one in here, I'm going to probably destroy this building, which, well, it's giving work to 11 people still, but if I produce one of these, it gives work to 20 people, so it's a lot better. Okay, that was part of it. Another thing I did was regarding Crescent, and Crescent I did a few things in here, but the first thing I did was how you call this thing in here? So this is like an turnaround point for the tram. So instead of the green line, the green tram line, instead of going back to Evergreen Park and then turn around in here, I decided to do a shorter turnaround. So the green line is always, as you guys are gonna see right now, we are lucky because we have a green tram coming around. So what it does is it turns around in this small intersection. I don't know how you call it, this small turnaround location. Although this is quite strange what it's doing in here. Oh, there's a bug here. There's a bug in here in the road. But yeah, it's kind of crazy and strange. But anyways, it turns around and it makes the line a little bit shorter, which is good. And it's more efficient. So that was one of the things. I also placed more offices because we had a lot of demand for industry, so I decided to place more offices around the city. So not a big cluster, just a few more buildings like this one in here. Hey, look guys, we have a KFC, yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken. This is a growing building. It's okay. It does look nice. It does look nice in here. Anyways, I built a few office buildings in here. I also built a few other offices in here. This is not a very good location because the land is very sloppy. You know, it's a big slop. I think that's how we call it. So it's very, you know, it's not a regular terrain. So it was a bit complicated. I also did place in Crescent a new policy, which is the high-rise ban. I don't want Crescent to have skyscrapers. That's not what I want. I just want, I mean, even these buildings, I think they're too big. Around this size, it's good. I do like these sizes in here, but bigger, I mean, this one is extremely big. I don't like it. Hey, these guys have a problem with, oh, there's sickness in here. That's something we need to figure out in the future. So healthcare, I mean, healthcare in here, yeah, we should start thinking about building maybe, oh, healthcare in here is not very good. We do have enough heal capacity, but the average health is not very good. We have to figure out that in the next episode. Another thing I did in here was, well, I did two things around here. The first one, which I think it's the one that you can notice the most, is I expanded this neighborhood. It had a different layout. I hated that layout, so I just erased it, I bulldozed it, and I built it again. This one is a bit I think this is a bit strange, to be honest, but I do like it. There's like this huge kind of a roundabout. It's not really a roundabout, but it's kind of one with a park, with a big park in the middle. A lot of activities inside the park. It's a kind of a mix. You guys can see the park is a kind of a mixture between a nature reserve park and a normal city park. So it is a mixture. You can say it's a mixture. And then I did build and expand a bit more the neighborhood in here, so we have like this more. I'm hoping that we can get some fancy houses in here. Right now, I think they're okay, but yeah, you know, you have these streets with palm trees and all. It does look good. A bit more tropical because Crescent becomes a bit more tropical than Brook or any other of these sections. And I also expanded a little bit more this shoreland. I increased, or I continued the quay around the shore, and I built mostly offices. Yeah, offices near the road. So this other section has nothing at the moment. I'm probably gonna place some shops. I think that's what looks best in here eventually. More stuff that we did. Well, I did increase the amount of industries we had in here, so we have more buildings and a bit more ore industry, so it's producing a little bit more. It's just industrial areas. As you guys can see, I just placed more industrial areas in here. This is a very pollution area or office or building. It's not yet the industrial zone. I haven't done that yet, but it's something in the next few episodes that we're gonna do. We still have to figure out the traffic. Yeah, we still have to figure out traffic in here. And I guess that around this section of the map, that's basically it. Oh yeah, I did change the name of all the stations, train stations, and also the name of the lines. Now they have the color name, so it's CL. Blue CL, so it's Blue City Line, you can call it that way. It's a train line, by the way. Other than building this graveyard in here in Crescent Pine and all the other stuff I did around here, there's nothing much over this section. Now, regarding Brook and Westbrook, I don't think I did anything. At least I don't remember doing anything or anything specific in this section. We didn't grow it or we didn't build anything in particular. Other than like I said, the crematorium that I built in here. What I did was I built a connection, by the way. Oh, I was forgetting. I did build a connection that goes under the highway. So the highway has a small elevation right now. So we have like this connection. So instead of because the only connection we had to Evergreen was this bridge in here where the tram goes, and there was traffic madness, to be honest. It was a lot of traffic in here. So I just decided to do another connection around here, and I did ban not from this ramp, because we do want to have trucks to go into the highway, but I don't want trucks to cross the bridge and go into the city. I mean, they can come from the highway if they want to, but the main, I don't think they can anyways. I don't think they can anymore, because I did ban it in here also. So the only way trucks can come to Brook is by using this street. So this street, you guys can see there's a lot more trucks coming over this way. I also built right in front of this train cargo depot, whatever you want to call it, so Evergreen Cargo. I did also change the name of the cargo stations. So we did build a small office bundle, if you want to call it that way. So there's a lot of offices in here because we had a lot of demand for offices. We still have a lot, not for offices, but for industries. We still have a medium demand, so we still could build more industries. We don't have enough people though. We need to bring more people. I guess people get senior, they get old, and when they get old, they get retired, and new job opportunities, and happen. Another thing I built was this shoe factory. Well, it's just a factory, but it's called Jack Shoes Manufacturer. So there's like a bundle or a couple of buildings that way. I just built one. It has enough work space for 212 people. When I built it was completely full. Now we have a few less workers. I did place some props. We have here some parking spots. They work as a parking lot, so it's like a park. Also some props around here, some crates, containers, it's simple, but it looks nice, and I did enjoy building it. It's not the only one. Oh, look at this one. Oh, high-tech gadgets. Okay, this one has 32 jobs. It's almost the same size as that one, but it has a lot less people. That's not very realistic, I guess. Or maybe this one is not very realistic. Alright, so that was not the only thing I did. Because we have this tram line, or these tram lines in here, I decided to create a new one, which is the red tram line. And this one, it does not have that many passengers. We have 2 trams. Probably we don't need those 2, and we don't have that many people, because it is only connecting, currently is only connecting this. It has 3 stops, if I'm not mistaken. So it's this one, this another one in here, and then you have another one around here, the factory. So it doesn't have like this big connection. One thing I need to figure out about the connection, about the tram lines, and we now have a lot more traffic in the highway, is there's a lot of traffic here in the highway. Probably a lot of people are coming in because there's a lot of that wave. Let me just look at. Okay, we have less senior people. but the city is not growing enough. We need to have more places for people to live. Now the demand is pretty much in the same level as it should be, or as it was, but we need to figure out that. But anyways, maybe I need to figure out something else around here, because it wouldn't be too bad. The red tram line, it will turn around in here and then come back. As you guys can see, there it is, our red tram line coming back. I will probably do another tram stop around here, or maybe we will do some kind of diversion from here and go somewhere else, because we can either go this way or this way. I mean, this way wouldn't be too bad, because we could have like a tram line connecting directly in here to this avenue, or kind of like the commercial shore strip or something like that, and that would definitely bring more commercial people and more people in here. I don't think it would be too bad if we did that kind of connection in the future. Or we could go this way and eventually expand all over here until we would go to the... Well, we could expand around here and go to a downtown area that would be around here probably. That's what I'm thinking in the future. Alright, so I guess that was basically it. Let me look into... Victoria. I didn't do anything in Victoria, not that I'm aware of. I think I only built I only placed 2 buildings in here, so they're like, yeah, I placed 2 small commercial buildings. That probably I will erase them because they do not look good in here. I do like this, the bigger ones, they look nice, but these smaller ones, nah, I don't like them. But we definitely need to expand Victoria too, because let's be honest, Victoria is not happy with the Crescent is expanding, but Victoria is not expanding. It's like uncompleted, so we need to expand a little bit more Victoria, at least around here probably, and then it's over for Victoria, and then we can expand a bit more Sedale Oil Park, maybe build something with the Industries DLC. And that, yeah, I think that's basically all I've done on off camera. Now, it may not seem a lot, but it did take a lot of time to do it. So future work or future expansions that I have in mind, definitely keep on expanding Crescent. We don't have that much demand right now because people, houses are growing up, so more people are moving into these houses. But we definitely need to increase a bit more our residential areas in here. Probably in we could definitely increase more this district Crescent, because we have enough in here to increase when it comes to residential. But we also could increase a bit more commercial. I'm thinking about this area could be a bit more commercial and maybe offices. I could see in here a nice bunkle of those kind of buildings. Definitely we are going to expand our farms in Crescent Pine, and we could, and as you guys can see, we do have enough space to expand a little bit more our residential area in here in Crescent Pine. I do not have a big intention, at least I don't have a big intention of having this this small town grow that much. I mean, I'm happy with the size it has. Let me see how many people are living in here. We have 340 people, so this is a really small, really small town. I'm happy with it, but we could expand it a little bit more, maybe having some more services, because as we can see, do we have a school in here? No, we don't even have a school, so it wouldn't be too bad. Also, we have it's requiring us to have a bit more of an elementary school, although all the houses in here, they have good education, so they have access to all the stuff, so they're nicely educated. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's a lot of stuff still going on and still to do and to grow, to expand. I want, like I said, expanding Victoria Town, well, expanding Victoria District, We could also expand a bit more Westbrook. We do have enough space in here to expand. Not well, enough space. That's relative. We do have a little bit of space in here to expand a bit more when it comes to Westbrook. Brooktown or Brook does not have more space to use. I mean, we have a few in here, but other than that, it's completed. Although we do want to maybe expand the train lines and do a bigger station in here, maybe another stop or another building in here or in here, I don't know. Something to figure out later on. And Evergreen Park needs to expand. We still have enough areas in here to expand, which is good. More industries. It's called Evergreen Park, so maybe we should try to have a bit more green industries around here, or more offices. But yeah, other than that, it's okay. And of course, Emerald Hills needs to expand, have more ore industries, and probably what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building the ore industries in here. We have a lot of buildings. We can have extractors and processing all these ore in order to have, you know, products that can be sold to commercial zones. Alright, so that's basically it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Turn on notifications and leave a comment and a like if you did enjoy the video and the content. And please, I will see you guys soon in the next video. And yeah, that's basically it. Cheers!